And we are back with day 4 of the week of tier list. If you're not aware by this point, we're doing all tier lists for the next for the I can talk, I promise. If you're not aware, we're doing nothing but tier lists for the entire first week of April. And today we're going to be basing our tier lists on how fun each killer is to play. As always, every single one of these videos is subjective. I try my best to be objective with the subjective, but at the end of the day, we're going to agree, we're going to disagree. If your favorite killer doesn't make it, I'm sorry, be offended and fight me about it, whatever the case may be. But I don't like these videos to go too long if I can help it, so let's go ahead and jump right in. This time, I actually do have all of the tiers listed before halfway through the video. Look at me, I'm getting better at this. Anyway, first up, we have the Trapper. I'll only play Trapper if I have to. I explained this in my Trapper dissection. It's just the dopamine of getting a trap catch is just not... It's good. It's really, really good, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough, and so I just can't in good conscience put him any higher. Next up, we have the Wraith. I never want to touch this killer again. You guys, a Wraith dissection is coming out next week when you're watching this video. I was going to come out this week, but then I did this whole week of tier list thing, so at least I have another couple of weeks to work on it, but if you were there for the streams and you saw how much I hated playing this killer, there's just nothing redeemable about this killer. There's no skill expression. There's no there's no dopamine hits. There's nothing that redeems this killer in a way that makes me want to ever fucking touch them. Next up, we have Billy in the constant rotation. Billy is my main. I made a community post stating that Billy is the most fun I have had in Dead by Daylight since I started playing. I just love it. I love learning him. I love playing him. I love all of that stuff. He's just really, really good, really, really fun, really, really interesting, and yeah, he's gonna stay at the top of the list. Next up, we have Nurse. Nurse, I won't say no. What makes Nurse kind of boring is the fact that most of the time it's just kind of a snowbally game. The only thing that feels right to run on Nurse is aura reading, and then once you get the hang of it, she's not boring, but she's just not, like, once you master Nurse, there's nothing really left to do on her. Next up is Myers. Myers is also an only if I have to. I main this motherfucker for an entire goddamn week, and whenever I was doing the Man in the Bush achievement, and I got so exhausted with it, I just I'm tired of staring at survivors. I've had enough staring at survivors for the rest of my DBD career. Next up is Hag. Hag is actually very satisfying to play. The teleport feels good. Getting a TP into a hit feels really, really good. I especially enjoy using her Mori because it's one of my personal favorites. But yeah, Hag is definitely hits just right. I will occasionally pick up Hag when I'm kind of bored. Next up is Doctor. I won't say no, but Doctor definitely lost a lot of his luster for me. I'd rather play Doctor than Nurse. I main Doctor when I first unlocked him, but now I'm just not really in the kind of mindset, I think, to continue playing him. I'll play him if somebody, like, you know, does a build request or something, but I'm not, like, out there seeking to play him. Next up, we have Huntress. Huntress is in the constant rotation. I'm not as good on Huntress as I used to be, but she is definitely one of my favorite killers to play. There's something just so satisfying about landing hatchet hits. I have never done a cross-map hatchet before and landed it, but she's just genuinely fun to play. And now the hatchets come out faster, so she feels a lot less slow, and it's good. It's really good. Bubba, I never want to touch Bubba again. I hate playing Bubba. You know, he's better than Wraith, but I just can't get any satisfaction with him. His chainsaw is way too fucking easy to use. Survivors panic whenever he starts using the chainsaw. I just get so bored. I just don't like using Bubba. Next up is Freddy. Freddy's another character that actually hits just right. As absolutely horrible as Freddy is, like power-wise, Palette Freddy is some of the most fun you'll ever have in this game. Palette Freddy is just so even if it happens only one time, just one time a survivor drops a pallet and it insta breaks, it's great. It's fucking phenomenal. I love it. Pig, I would say, is a Pig I won't say no to. It kind of feels bad that the reverse bear traps don't feel like they get any value, but there is something inherently satisfying about slapping on the reverse bear trap, and when the head pops do happen once every, like, fucking 1,000 years or whatever, it's very, very satisfying. Clown's one of those that actually hits just right. There's something about the way that Clown does the hit and then the wipe off animation that's just really satisfying to me. I don't know what it is, but Clown is very fun to play. I'd put Clown above Hag, actually. Clown is very fun to play. I think he's one of those killers that just between the chase music and the animations and everything, he's just one of those just like giddy killers to play. Next up, we have Spirit. I can't play Spirit because of my hearing. Similar to the way I can't play against Spirit because of my hearing, so I never want to touch Spirit ever again. Fuck this killer, man. Next up, we have the Legion. The Legion hits just right. I hate playing against the Legion. I love playing Legion. Something about fucking just dopamine ADHD dashing just it's so fun. The animation feels good, the sound effects feel good. It's just a really, really fun time. Next up, we have Plague. Plague is in my constant rotation. I like Plague because it's really fun trying to hit her red vomit, but it's also just, I like control. I like the control that Plague gives over the match. And also, pointing and laughing at survivors who brought medkits is always fun. Next up, we have Ghostface. Ghostface is dropped very far down into the tiers. He's just not fun to play just because he's too easily countered. All of the fun that Ghostface has, just like you're like, oh yes, I'm sneaky, I'm getting stalked. This is gonna be so cool, and it's like, yeah, boom, I'm out of stock. Never mind. And that just happens constantly throughout the match, and it's just not fun to deal with and unengaging, and how far I have fallen out of favor with what used to be my favorite killer. Next up is Demogorgon, another one in the constant rotation. Demogorgon is extremely fun to play. The shred is very satisfying. I like jumping off of like high ledges and stuff and like trying to snipe people with it. One time I sniped someone through shack window like that. That was one of the coolest fucking things ever. I just love it. I love it. Next up, we got Oni. Oni hits just right. Once I learned how to control the berserk mode, fucking phenomenal. Like just really, really fun to play, really fun and engaging to get into. I really suggest anybody who likes moving fast learns Oni. Next up, we have Deathslinger. Deathslinger hits just right. There's something I think Deathslinger is honestly one of the most satisfying killers in the game. Hitting a spear and then just getting, like, reeling them in and everything is just really, really fun. And what I really like about it is that sometimes you hit them and you could just feel their frustration because they almost got away. I love it. Next up is Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head is one of the ones that hits just right. I think Pyramid Head's, power is really fun to use. It can feel a bit clunky at times, but dude, getting a snipe from behind a wall is just so fucking good. You'll go, oh, every time it happens, man. Blight is in my constant rotation of killers. Blight is just go fast, ping pong, hit survivors. I mean, there's nothing else to it. Blight's fun. Blight's really fun. Twins is I won't say no. Running around with Victor can be very satisfying. I just think that the bugs really hold Twins back from being like one of the most fun killers. You never know when you're going to get shitty collision or a bug's going to fuck you over or something like that. And that's just unfortunate. Trickster is only if I have to. I like Trickster's aesthetics. I love his Mori. And there was a time where I thought maybe I'd become a Trickster main, but without Ricochet Blades, it's just not fun. It's just not fun at all. I don't like it without Ricochet Blades, honestly. Next up is Nemesis. Nemesis is actually kind of fun. I'll put him at the bottom of hits just right. There's something about like the way the tentacle works that kind of tickles my brain, and also it's always just satisfying to hear that massive whoosh whenever you punch somebody. Like, it's the funniest fucking thing ever. I love it. Pinhead used to be in my constant rotation. Nowadays, I think he's one of the hits just right. Landing the chains is satisfying. Finding the box and triggering the chain hunt is satisfying, but nothing else past that. I won't say no to Artis. Artis is a character that is fun at loops and is fun for go for cross map hits, but there's just something about her that I don't fully enjoy, and I don't know how to put my finger on it. Onryo is a killer. Only if I have to. Onryo is just kind of boring. The teleport can be satisfying, and the animations are kind of cool, but like, there's nothing about Onryo that really makes me feel like, you know, ooh, this is really fun. You know, like, nothing about her just makes her fun, in my opinion. Dredge is a character that goes in I won't say no. Dredge, like, conceptually and visually and aesthetically, is my favorite killer in the game. But to play, he's just kind of... I feel like his daytime TP should be faster. I feel like if that was faster, that would make him feel a lot better. Next up is Whiskers. Whiskers is one of those that hits just right. Getting a grab with Whiskers is really, really fun. Unfortunately, I do not have the time nor the patience to learn a bunch of bullshit about, you know, how to manipulate Whiskers' fucking asinine ass hug mechanics. But when I do get the grabs off, it's really fun to just fling survivors across the fucking map. Next up is Knight. I won't, actually, you know what? I would put Knight in the hits just right. There's something really satisfying about sending guards to generators. Just sending guards to generators, and like, whenever you get the rotation of the guards really well, so like every time you're at a pallet, you just happen to have Carfax up, you know, but then you use Carfax, you break the pallet, you walk through, you hit them, you send the assassin out in front of them, drop it, they don't know where to go. Like, that's all really fun and enjoyable to me. Skull Merchant actually got pretty fun after her rework to play. I like the haste and the undetectable. I think they're a tad ridiculous. It's going to be a long time before the Skull Merchant video, but as of right now, I think Skull Merchant suffers pretty heavily from feature bloat, with her power, which is kind of off-putting to people. But at the same time, after her rework, you know, before her rework, I hated her, but after her rework, she got really fun. Singularity is in my constant rotation. Even though his power is really easily countered, the act of being able to play around loops in the unique way that he does is just enjoyable. I just really like doing it. Xenomorph is in my constant rotation. Xenomorph is really fun. The tunnels feel really engaging. The tail attacks are satisfying. I just love mind gaming survivors as Crawler. It's all really, really cool. Chucky, I won't say no to Chucky. I don't know. I just don't find him very, like, fun, enjoyable. I don't find him enjoyable. You know, he's one of those killers that's just, like, very... Nothing feels good about him. You know what I mean? Like, his voice lines are great, and his Mori's one of the best in the game, but nothing about him feels... I don't seek him out, you know? And finally, we have the Unknown. The Unknown is in my constant rotation. The Unknown can actually go above Demo. As easy as he is to counter, it is still fun to lob fucking venom shots at people, and screaming mortar when you get a full shot off is just really fun and enjoyable. And it's hard to replace the teleport, and also, like, just the way the character feels is just great. I don't think this character feels bad at all. I think they feel really fun, and I really need to get more practice in with them for sure. But that's all I have for you guys today. This is the shortest tier list we've done. So, you know, happy Thursday, happy short video. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it, and I will see you tomorrow with another tier list. Oh, and before I get out of here, of course, a very big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today without... I can't fucking talk. I'm filming this after like a 6-hour stream. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today, then please click that join button down below. Love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.